Now, normally with 1 or 2 rounds to go in a sparring session or an exhibition, they tend to start letting things go a wee bit, and that's what we're going to see here. And it's just a great shame that fighters can't relax in this manner when they are engaged in a real fight. Because, of course, that's really, you know, when the psychology starts to get to you, starts to drain your energy, sap your confidence. Some people, of course, are equal to it and rise above it, but most of us don't. All of those wonderful moves that can be executed in the gym and in training, they just disappear on fight night, and it's a great shame because you see some fantastic fighters in the gym and you wonder why they haven't won a fight. That's what gets to them. It's the big occasion, it's the nerves, it's the platform, and it's the glare of the public scrutiny. And you could say Briggs is one of those sorts, actually, because he always looks very pensive when he fights, very keyed up. But on this occasion, he looks very soft and rounded, and everything is flowing nicely. Although, as I say, without any great injection of power. And of course, it's the sparring partner's job to take the odd liberty with a big shot, just to keep the main man on their toes. I remember once sparring with John H. Tracy just before he fought Dave Boyd Green, and goodness knows how, but I managed to catch him with a hell of a left hook, and it kind of woke John up a wee bit. But you know, you can't really afford to relax when the man that you're supposed to be learning from suddenly starts to get ambitious. I didn't get ambitious, of course, against Tracy. It was just an accident, but sometimes you can get lucky. His next punch nearly took my head off. So there you are then. That's another nice round for these two. You know, there's nothing wrong with the way it looks, because it actually looks very, very good. Both men still fit, raring to go. A round to go, though. It's the 8th and final session. And, you know, any one of us could probably do 8 rounds against a world-class fighter, knowing that we weren't going to get hit and overused. Referee, of course, will be in on it as well. The sensational Steve Smoger. Not anymore. Not for me, anyway. And it's the funniest thing about... We're very, very fickle about our referees. You know, one bad night and that's it, you're a lousy referee for the rest of your life, and it's a terrible, terrible shame, because, you know, I've seen some great reputations ruined by one, well, not even a colossal mistake, just one silly error, and all of a sudden, all of your credibility just drains away, because when you're so visible, I don't know what it is about, but we just want to have a go at referees all the time. It seems to be natural, because I'm not the only one. Fortunately, of course, most of the British referees are reasonable friends, but I think if some of the Germans or the odd American heard, or the French, if they could hear what I was saying, goodness me, I think there'd be a contract on my head. I don't suppose it matters too much to them anyway. Let's face it, it's only one person's opinion. Well, I'm not running for president, so we'll just not get overinflated. But as I must admit, as exhibitions go, it's actually been pretty good. I've seen through it. I hope you have too. Most of this crowd look pretty well convinced by it. Inside the final minute then. Well, there's now a crescendo of boos from a section of the audience who know better. They do indeed. And you can lose respect, really, I suppose, for someone like Briggs. I mean, you know, we want the guy to be busy, we want to get on, we want him to earn a few quid, but to do this for the second time in a row, I don't know. Well, now it's all over, and Sedreck Fields is delighted to have gone 8 rounds against a world-class fighter in Shannon Briggs. That's what the celebration's all about. They know he hasn't won, he wasn't meant to win. But he's done, I must admit, it's probably the best performance of his life. But as I say, the reasons for that are fairly obvious. Briggs wants to hope he hasn't won. And it wouldn't surprise me in the least if Briggs has been given every single round here. Here we go.
Of the judges at ringside. Judge Joe Dwyer sees the fight. 76, a draw.
Oh my goodness me. Ooh.
Judge Tony Ackerman scores the bout. 77, 75. And Judge Steve Weisfeld scores the bout. 77, 75, all to the winner by majority decision. Sedreck.
Oh my goodness me! I can't believe it. Sedreck Fields wins a majority verdict over Shannon Briggs. I can't believe it. That must be the upset of the century. Well, 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 can you believe that? That'll teach him. Serves him right. Maybe he should have chinned him when he got the chance, and let's face it, he had plenty of chances, but just threw those little pitty-patty arm punches, that's all he did. Sedreck Fields, a world champion next.